Hello there, everybody. Welcome to the 12 Days of Christmas. It is hard to believe it's that time of year already. I know I have started my Christmas shopping about this much. I hate to think about that before Thanksgiving, but you almost have to do your shopping ahead of time nowadays to ensure that you're actually going to get the stuff, right? Kids are older now. They like getting money. They like shopping online and having things shipped to the house. Amazon and some special boutiques and Cabela's are like their top hot spots. But as a mom, you miss those younger days when you used to sit around the kitchen table at Thanksgiving and go through all the ads and find all the good things that you wanted and circled them and highlighted them or cut the ads apart and put them in a pile. And you could just see the excitement of the kids when they were doing that, especially if you had a toy catalog. Now, taking you back even one step further, do you remember being a child yourself? And we used to get the Sears catalog and the JCPenney catalogs and the Toys R Us ads. That was a big thing back in the day. I remember wishing for a Cabbage Patch Kid from Santa or this humongous Barbie motorhome. And there was a thing about my parents that, I don't know if you guys had parents like this, but my parents are very equal when it comes to giving gifts at Christmas. So lo and behold, my parents always gave my sister and I the same thing. Now we were about 4 years apart and we'd have to plan the opening because you could tell by the shape of the package if you were getting what your sister just opened. Typically, if it was like a jogging outfit or jeans or a top, it was a different color, maybe a different style. But if it was a toy and you both had two huge things sitting out there, you knew you were getting the same thing. Sorry about my dog barking here. So as a kid waking up, you had lots of presents under the tree. A lot of them were clothes. Let me pause for just a minute because I know my dog is going crazy here. My husband just walked in the door or is walking in the door. Sorry about that, folks. So hopefully you can bring back a lot of those Christmas traditions with your family. Like I said, walking into the living room and seeing presents sprawled all over. They didn't have to be expensive presents. They were just spread out beautifully or wrapped beautifully, or decorating the tree with your family, or making little pillow gifts to give the kids to open up the night before Christmas, or stuffing stockings, or spending time with your grandparents cutting out Christmas cookies, or making a special dessert. Hopefully some of those traditions will carry forward for you this time of year. What a day to start the 12 days of Christmas on Election Day, right? I can tell you that I will not be doing these in consecutive order because I have a team of folks that are my downline, and we have a team meeting, and I go to my uplines team meeting. So there's a couple days when I won't be available, and tomorrow happens to be one of them, but I will be back with you on Thursday. So what do I have in store for you this evening? Well, let me show you what I have in store for you. I think they're really cute. These can be given as treats to for your bus driver. Let me see here, Mike, if you do that. Well, let's go ahead. I spoke quite a bit here. Let's go ahead and I am going to flip the camera down here. And I am going to show you how to make this really cute project. And let me see if I can turn down the brightness just a bit here because I'm getting a little bit of reflection. Oh, that's so much better, right? So how do you make this? Well, let me tell you. You are going to need a piece of, and I have this already staged in parts, and I've cut a lot of my pieces. So you're going to need a piece of Real Red or Cherry Cobbler or Poppy Parade cardstock. And you're going to cut it to 6.5 by 3.5. And then you're going to score. Let me grab in here that's not. And then on the long side, you are going to score here at 1 inch and at 2.5 inches. And then you're going to turn it and you're going to score here at 1/2 inch, at 1.5, at 3.5, and at 4.5. Okay, pretty simple, right? And then what we're going to do, and I'm going to lay this out here and I will show you how we cut this. Let me grab my snips. They always seem to run away on me. I had a pair here. I'm looking. Here they are. So what you're going to do, first of all, is this first tab that you cut the 1/2 inch on the long side. This is going to create your tab that goes in the inside of the box. Now, you not only want to cut off these 2 corner pieces, but you got to take that a little bit deeper, all the way to the next score line. Okay, so hopefully you can see it. So now you have this. Now we're going to even cut this part about 3/4 of the way. And this does not have to be precise. This is just creating your flaps. Okay, so now we have this. And I like to give them just a little bit of an angle here, just to make sure everything folds up nice. There we go. Now, as you can see, get this junk out of the way, our next portion here is to cut this centerpiece. So you're just going to go right up the center score here to the next score line. You don't want to go all the way across, and you get this tab here. And now we're just going to angle this just like so. And we're going to flip this around, and we are going to do the same exact thing again. Okay. So then you get this like so. All right. Now you have your piece ready to go. Now, if you have a corner rounder, I like to round these corners here a little bit. You can do it with your scissors. Just kind of go around, and then you're going to do the same thing. And actually, I cut this one a little crooked, so I'm going to fix it. And you're just going to angle this again, just go around and down. There you go. Doesn't have to be perfect, just the inner tab. Now you're going to grab a bone folder. Okay. I'm moving all my paper scraps out of the way here. So now you're going to grab your bone folder and you're going to fold all on the score lines. And you could have done this beforehand too. It's up to you. And then I'll do the other side on the score lines. And then we do all the little individual folds. There we go. And do the middle. If you're on, let me know you're here. I'm glad you're watching. If you don't subscribe to my newsletter, you're probably going to want to, because I have some really cute projects to share with you, even outside of the 12 days of Christmas. Oh, let me find my glue. Oh, I left it on my other table. Oh, let's see if this one has some left in it. I love the Tombow green glue. If you're not a green glue person, Seal or Seal Plus will work. And you're just going to take, all right, laugh at me, folks. I'll use my regular glue gun. I do have one of these fancy glue guns, and I like it because I get carpal tunnel. I will have you know, I dumped my Tombow glue in here. I'm still a Tombow glue fan. This just helps me with my hands so I don't get that bad thumb that I always have. If you're on, share with me what traditions you have as a family. I love decorating the house. I don't know if you are a person that waits till Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving, or if you're a real tree person. My daughter and I, we went around and cleaned all the baseboards in the house and mopped and all that good stuff because we are getting ready, believe it or not, to put our Christmas tree up. Yes, I said it. I'm not taking it back. We like to have our tree up so we can enjoy the lights. All right, and here we go. I'm just going to put glue on this little tab because it's the same way here, and I should have straightened these out, but that's okay. You get the gist. You can make a lot of these. I made them for one of my classes this month, which was a lot of fun. I put little chocolates in for everybody. The next thing you are going to do is you are going to cut a strip of Real Red or the red that you're using. And this piece is going to be 3 3/4 by 3/4 inches. And then I just rounded the edges, and you're going to need 2 of those. And hopefully I have 2 of them. If not, we will cut another one. I thought I laid my parts out. I'm missing a part. Not a problem though, we will fix that. Oh, maybe, I stuck it down on another sample piece. That's all right. We'll cut another one. So we need 3/4 of an inch by 3 3/4 of an inch. We're going to cut that. And again, I'm just going to round the corners. And then we needed some basic white pieces. I see what happened to them. I dropped them on the floor. Oh, goodness. And the white pieces that you're going to cut are going to be 1/2 by 3 1/2. So I'm going to grab a scrap of white here. And I'm going to cut this at 3 1/2. And this is going to be a 1/2 inch. Okay. And then we're going to round the corners on this as well. And I think I have a corner rounder. Let me see. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, I don't like the way that rounded them, but that's okay. We'll use scissors. We used to have corner rounders, but we don't have those anymore. I wish they would bring it back because it just kind of finishes it off with the corners being around. This end I did with a different punch, and I don't like it as well, but we're going to, maybe we'll do one more. Let's do one more. 3 1/2. It's going to drive me nuts. It's my OCD, right? And my 1/2 inch, and then we're just going to round these corners just a little bit. There we go. There we go. And there we go. And then we are going to grab our Real Red ink. Oh, I forgot to round the corners on this one. We got to do that. There we go. Now, do you have to round them? No, you don't. Okay, and we're going to stamp on these. Actually, I have one that's already stamped. Happy Holidays. And this comes out of the Christmas Friends set. Hopefully you can see me here. Okay. And then we're going to glue these on top of each other. So you glue those together. So I'm just going to add some white glue. And again, I'm using Tombow liquid. So do you guys have an issue with red ink? I always have an issue with red. I end up getting it all over me. And I can see I have some on my fingers, so I'm leaving traces. See, look at that. Already have a trace. Oh, goodness. Okay, and I see I didn't. Is our first project, and I hope that you like the project. Make sure you leave comments. If you do not get my newsletter, please drop me a line. I'll get you added. I have lots of events coming up. I have a Advent cottage class on the 16th. And we're making a cute little cottage using the Humble Home set. I have a Christmas card class the third Thursday of the month. And a normal club that you could be a part of where they come and they make 6 cards. And that is the third Wednesday of the month. Normally it's the fourth Wednesday, but due to Thanksgiving, we had to make a little alteration there. Well, I'm glad that you joined me tonight, and I will see you Thursday for another fun project. And let me know what some of your traditions are or what you'd like to see for projects as well. I have quite the lineup. I will not lie there. So